The purpose of discipline is to instill knowledge within another individual so that they can utilize that knowledge to build upon existing skills and to develop new ones. In the context of children, the skills and knowledge enforced during their childhood will extend into the way they handle the real world as an adult. According to the National Library of Medicine, the goal of effective discipline is to foster acceptable and appropriate behavior in the child and to raise emotionally mature adults. Someone who is able to postpone pleasure, is considerate of the needs of others, assertive without being aggressive or hostile, and can tolerate discomfort when necessary. Effective discipline means discipline applied with mutual respect in a firm, fair, and reasonable and consistent way. The goal is to protect the child from danger, help them learn self-discipline, develop a healthy conscience, and an internal sense of responsibility and control. Developmentally appropriate discipline is crucial. For infants, this comes in the form of a predictable schedule focused on eating, sleeping, and playing. Around ages 1 to 2, toddlers begin developing individuality. Therefore, supervision, compassion, and redirection are critical. Tantrums begin to increase around ages 2 to 3 as children begin to realize their mental and physical limitations. Paired with previous methods, empathy and being mindful of behavioral patterns is imperative. Once children have reached school age, they have developed a better understanding of their limits, seek approval, and strive to be independent as often as they can. Maintaining healthy verbal communication, celebrating even their smallest accomplishments, and providing logical consequences at this stage helps children learn to be mindful and to follow direction. There is, however, a widespread misconception that corporal punishment is an effective disciplinary method. Per the World Health Organization, this method is highly prevalent globally, both in homes and schools. Around 60% of children aged 2 to 14 years regularly suffer physical punishment by parents and other caregivers. Corporal punishment is linked to a range of negative outcomes for children across countries and cultures, including physical and mental ill health, impaired cognitive and socio-emotional development, poor educational outcomes, increased aggression, and perpetration of violence. Corporal punishment is a violation of children's rights to respect for physical integrity and human dignity, health, development, education, and freedom from torture and other cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment. Children who experience only nonviolent forms of discipline are in the minority. So why is corporal punishment still utilized today? As mentioned by Lenta, enticing consequences of immediate compliance, fear of disobedience around parents and caregivers, and generational patterns all fuel the desire to continue to implement corporal punishment. While corporal punishment may be an enticing method for some, there is no past or current data that supports this method of being effective or beneficial, only harmful. And according to Durant, virtually without exception, several controlled studies found that physical punishment was associated with higher levels of aggression against parents, siblings, peers, and spouses later on. So rather than employ outdated methods of discipline, parents and caregivers should remain in tune to their children's behaviors and emotions, utilize age-appropriate consequences, and extend empathy and compassion to encourage healthy long-term mental and physical stability. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, and if you think someone else might like my content, share.